This video is meant for anyone who is still having a tough time wrapping their head around Canvas and just needs a little extra help. I'm going to take it a little bit slower here and explain it in parts and show some more basic examples, hopefully to help anyone who's still having trouble just thinking through how we're going to use this. So I'm going to start by drawing it out here and be prepared because the handwriting's not going to be great, the pictures aren't going to be great, but that has nothing to do with the fact that I'm on the screen because paper pencil, it's still pretty bad too. So let's start with your home page, right? So I'm going to draw my home page here. And this is where my welcome will be. I'd probably say welcome to, whatever class. Welcome to U.S. history. Welcome to third grade. Welcome to wellness, whatever it might be. On my home page here is where I'm going to put my buttons. So these circles represent my buttons. Remember that buttons are just fancy pictures. They're images that we put on the page that are just linked to other places online. Maybe another page, maybe somewhere outside of Canvas, maybe an assignment, maybe a Google Doc. It can be linked to anything, okay? What these buttons are depends on what you want them to be. So some teachers like to do a Monday through Friday kind of situation. Some teachers are wanting to do it by unit. You might just put like, here is your work for today kind of button. The button is just whatever you want to make it. So for this example, I'm going to label them by days of the week. So I'm just going to say I have a Monday button, Tuesday button, a Wednesday button, Thursday. Looks like we don't have Friday, which is similar to this year. But now, I might have some other things on this home page. Remember that the home page is the first thing my students are going to see. So one of the other popular options is to have a button for parent resources, because in time our parents will be here too. So I'm just going to label this parent resources. There might be one for student resources. So I'm going to make one that's student resources. All of these things are linked to other parts in Canvas. So let's say that the Monday option here is linked to a page that I just want students to take a look at. I'm not going to take this for a grade or anything, but let's just say it's the start of a new topic and I want them to read an article. So this is a page and I want them to read an article. So I would link the article right here. I can stick a link on there. I can copy and paste it. I can embed it. All of these words I'm using, we'll get to in another video, but this is where the article would go. Again, the spelling and the words are not great. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just want them to read that article. Good enough. There it is. Maybe I want them to read the article and then respond. So maybe I want to put a flip grid. So I might embed a flip grid right here. And again, embedding is something we can get to. If you want to think about it like this, think about just putting the link in for the flip grid. I'm just going to put FG, flip grid. So that's a page. So they'd click on this Monday button. It would link them into this page, and that's what they'd work on. Maybe we have one of these linked to a module. All a module is a folder of other pieces put together. Inside a module, you might have a page, maybe another page, maybe an assignment. All of those things are inside a module. So that's all a module is. It's pieces put together in an organized fashion. The thing to know about a module is these pieces here, they have to go in order. And again, we'll go in deeper on modules a little bit later on, but this page has to come first, then they move on to this page, then they move on to this assignment. I can put pages in modules. I can put assignments. I can put quizzes in there. But all that is would be linking multiple things kind of together to have them do. The other option you could do with linking things on your homepage is maybe you just want them to do one assignment. So let's say it's Wednesday now, and I just want them to do the digital assignment. So I just link the assignment. Okay, let's see if I can write this so it doesn't look like something bad. Okay, assign will do just fine. So this could be anything that you typically would do in a digital format. So on this assignment, I could make it a Kami assignment, and I could have a Kami doc that they could work on. I can do a Google assignment. So if I have a Google Doc or Google Slides or something where I've normally put it into Google Classroom and it makes a copy for each student, I can do that there. I can put in an Ed puzzle here, and they can do the Ed puzzle right in there. Canvas has its own built-in assignment features like text where they would just like type their answer in. They can record a video, but anything that I want them to do and turn in. Most times it will be something that I'm going to grade, although I don't have to grade it just because it is an assignment. But maybe I have something like that. So these are your three most popular things that you might link. And what you do from day to day or week to week will just depend on how you're doing things in your classroom. As we move forward, especially when we start using more of the gradual release, this might change a little bit. But for today's explanation, just keeping it basic and simple. And that's what we're kind of looking at here. The last thing I want to a little talk about is, what color haven't I used? Blue? Let's talk about this student resource page. Maybe this is just a link to a page. And remember, a page is just a Google Doc. Okay, so I'm going to call this SR for student resource. And this would really take the place of you having to have your kids bookmark things. If there are sites that you use a lot of, you could put those links right on this page. So you might, a popular thing to do is take like screenshots of their logo and link it right there. So maybe this is Khan Academy, and I link that right there. I know in the younger grades, like La Lilo is popular. I don't know if I'm spelling this right. La Lilo. Different things like that. Maybe I want to have them link to a dictionary. So I put, a good dictionary in here. Probably not spelling that right, but think of this as a place where you can link sites that you use or your students use a lot. So it's all in one place, right there on the home page. They click on that student resources page and they have their bank of resources right there. And of course, none of this is made in cement. So you can change that student resource page. You can continue adding to it. But this is kind of the basic backbone structure of Canvas. It's a lot of linking. Now, we'll get into the meat and potatoes of it a little bit later. And what I mean by that is all the different assignment types, how you grade things, how you could put requirements on these modules so they can't move on without doing something specific in there. But as you're wrapping your head around it, think of it building these different pieces along here and just kind of building the path that you want them to go down. Now, I want to show you an example of a home page that I've actually built in Google Docs to kind of help you see it a little bit better. So here's a home page that I built in Google Docs. And as you can see, all this banner is up here is just a picture. I made that in Canva. I didn't have to put that there. I could have put welcome to Mr. Stevens' class, kind of like I did down here, just in text. So here's kind of the same example, just without the fancy banner up there. I'm going to scroll back up because I want to show this one. I put in a simple table, and then I just put these pictures in. And again, I got these pictures from Canva, but you wouldn't have to. You can take an image from anywhere. So now this example is the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of thing. This picture is just linked. So when I click on it, it goes to a Google Doc. And I put, you can see this one I have typed, everything for Unit 2 is here. But whatever Google Doc I want it to go to, I just link that picture to. If you don't know how to link things, that's okay. Don't worry about it right now. Just think of the overall idea here. This example for Tuesday, I linked an assignment. This would be a Cami assignment because it's a PDF. So the kid might just click on that one and take them straight to this Cami assignment. Um, for Wednesday here, I linked a folder that I made in Google Drive. Think of this as your module. Like we said, a module is just a folder of things. It operates a little different in Canvas, but the general idea is this. So inside this folder, I have 3 things that I want them to do. I'd like them to watch this video first, and then I know they're not quite right. This video is supposed to be a perimeter one to go with the theme here. But imagine this is a perimeter video. And then I want them to work their way through the slide deck and then do this assignment. But I can't really put them in order here in Google Drive folder. It's just kind of alphabetized. I could reorganize them if I change the name of them. That's the key piece in Canvas is I can put them in order and they don't just get an open block like this to click on anything they want. If I had it in Canvas, they'd have to start on the video, then move to the slide deck, then move to the assignment, the PDF assignment, just like I want them to. It's not just a free-for-all in this folder. Back on my example page, if I scroll down a little bit, I did it a little different down here. This one I called by unit. So again, I didn't put a fancy welcome banner. I just put welcome to Mr. Stevens' class in nice red font color there. On this one, I actually have the text linked because I don't have to use a fun button. Although it is a little bit more visually appealing to do that, I can just link the text. And it's the same thing. I have my Google Doc, which would be like a page in Canvas. I have over here, I've got my slide deck linked. And my third one should be my folder again, which represents my module. Okay, so it's just linking. Pages in Canvas are just like Google Docs. I link things to them and build kind of that path for kids to go to. Just like this. They start on the home page, they'd click on the folder, the module, and I send them down that path of things I want them to do. So I have some examples here from Canvas. So this is kind of the same thing. This is my home page. I just put a fancy banner up there that I made in Canva. I could have just typed Mr. Stevens' class, and I have these buttons, and when I click on one, it takes them to what I want them to do. So I have my page here, again, kind of like I explained. I've got the directions, I've put the video, and I have a flip grid. That's it. That's all I wanted them to do there. If they click on home and they click on something else, I believe my example here was Thursday. So I click on my Thursday one. This just goes to an assignment. This is just a Cami assignment here. And the Cami window that we're all used to pops up right here. I've drawn over it a couple of other times in other examples, but you get the idea. My Cami assignment is right here. So it's just linking the things where I want them to go for my kids. This one's a little bit more of a secondary example, but it's kind of along the same lines. So here's my home page, and on this one, I did like a policies and procedures. So when I click on that, it's just linked to a page that has a Google Doc embedded right on it. So I didn't have to remake anything. This Google Doc with my policies and procedures here are going to be right there. So again, this was a little longer than normal. Hopefully, I have helped you a little bit wrap your head around the pieces of this and how this works as a very, very basic structure. I'm going to put together some more of these videos where I go a little slower and I explain things as basic as I can for you. You are welcome to use them. If you don't need to watch them, don't watch them. If it helps, that's the point. I just want to make sure I can help as many people as I can at all different levels as we can. Of course, if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to let Kelly or I know.